Alright guys, here we are. Blizzard of 2026 here in New York City. As you can see, the blowing snow. You got this one person walking here. There is a travel ban here in the 5 boroughs. But he's got a police car here. He's just stopping at the red light. So the travel ban only affects traffic, like cars, stuff like that. So the only cars we see out here are, like you just saw, NYPD, and you will see the occasional what do you want to call it? You know, MTA bus. I just saw 2 express buses coming here. And there goes a regular car. So yeah, not everybody's gonna abide by the travel ban. Right now I am on Cropsey Avenue. I don't know how far I'm gonna walk. I could, you know, you guys know, I could walk in the worst weather. I could walk in 0 degree, 10 below, thunderstorms, even snowstorms. The problem with this walk is the wind. The wind is really bad, and I don't even have an umbrella. You can't use an umbrella in this type of snowfall in a blizzard. You know, you'll lose the umbrella. That girl that I just showed you that had the umbrella, you could see what happened. Her umbrella kind of almost got ripped up. So this is one of those walks where I'm just gonna walk around and show you guys what's going on. I want to thank everybody that at the time of the recording is watching the live stream, and for those of you that watched the live stream and hung out with me in the chat room at times. I'm recording this on the morning of the 23rd at around 7 a.m. Look at this, guys. Bay 10th is not even plowed. I mean, it was probably plowed last night. There's about a foot of snow right in the middle of the street here. And by the way, I didn't give you guys snow totals. If you look, the snow totals are ridiculous. I mean, so you guys know I predicted I predicted 16 inches, and now I'm starting to think I was a little conservative. Because right now it's about 15, 16 inches now, and we're going to keep having snow falling for the day. This guy's he's digging out his car, but I don't know where he's going. Like, you can see how deep the snow is. You know, it's deep. I had to really walk in it. It goes up to your knees. That's always a great indication that it's at least a foot. If it goes up to your knees, so. But yeah, we got about 15 inches on the ground right now as I'm recording this at 7 a.m. on the 23rd. So by the time everything's said and done, we might hit the 20-inch mark. Who knows? So look at this right here on Bay 11th Street. It looks like it was plowed by, not the sanitation. That is not a very wide plow throughway. So it's probably like a private guy that lives on the block and was getting out of the Cropsey, because if you look at Bay 11th right here, it is not plowed. What I'm deciding to do is walk with it. Oh, there goes some wind. Let me stop. Whenever there's wind, I stop, because you can't see very well. You see how the visibility drops? I wouldn't call that a whiteout condition. Whiteouts are worse, but this is blizzard conditions right here. This is a blizzard. You see that? You see where the snow just whips up? It's really bad. This poor guy, looks like he's going to work. You know, he's waiting for the express bus. Look at the snow, guys, up on this wall. Oh my God, that's like 2 feet of snow right there, up on the wall from the wind. You gotta give that guy a raise. Whoever he works for, man. You gotta give that guy a raise. I'm gonna be honest with you, I never would go to work in conditions like this, and it's not about laziness or commitment. It's just, you know, it's it's about practicality, man. I got a van and a bus coming towards me. You can see it's pretty much one lane traffic over here. You can see this is the express bus. Looks like the express buses are running. I think what I want to do is be brave and maybe we take one of these side streets that hasn't been plowed. There you go. If you look over there, that's what I was telling you about in my backyard. I came on the live this morning before I came out, and I was telling people about, we had like 3-foot drifts in the backyard. So those are like 3-foot drifts up against the fence over there. And then, of course, if you notice right here, those are the piles of snow from the last storm that are still laying around. So you'll see a lot of these really tall mounds of new snow and think, whoa, what's going on? But there's still a lot of snow from the last storm that we didn't even clear out. You see, all the Bay Streets are not plowed. This is common in this area. These are considered not, and I hate to say this, they're not considered vital, but they'll become vital if somebody, say, I don't know, has a heart attack on the block or has a medical emergency and you got to get an ambulance on this block. That's when it becomes vital. But the priority in New York City is to make sure like these kind of roads are cleared. You see, no traffic. So even though it's a travel ban, you are going to see cars out. You know, earlier, you know, I show you guys that cop car was stopped at the red light. You can see there are people driving around. Oh, look at this. It looks like Bay 14 got plowed. That's interesting. I gotta watch my back when I'm standing in a lane to let these cars go through. You got 2 B8 buses back to back. You'll see a lot of that today. You got buses that are leaving the depots late. Yeah, I am literally walking in the middle of Cropsey Avenue right now. Now this snow is very heavy. Now the temperature right now is 29 degrees. But for the most of the night, it was 31, 30. So the snow coming down is that very wet, packed snow. It's another B8. Oh, it's not in service, so. So the snow is very packed. Here you go, that's going down 17th Avenue. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go into the wind here. I'm going to connect my battery, by the way. That was a sound of wind above me, by the way. It's not a plane. Now, like I said, no umbrella on this one, unfortunately, so I can't cover the camera. So you're gonna get like the full effect, like you're out here with me. You're gonna see like snow hitting the camera, maybe some drops on the lens. The one thing about this wet snow, you'll see, look at all the trees are all bathed in it. You can see the buildings are all caked. It looks like they sprayed waterproofing on all the buildings down here. And let me talk about how dangerous it is out here. So I know a lot of people like it's snow and it's not that bad, but the thing that makes it dangerous is that nobody could come out here to help you if something happens. That's the first thing. You know, so when people say, oh, it's just snow and everything, you know, it's not about, you know, the snow itself. It's about the conditions, and it's about what can happen in the event that you get hurt or something happens. No one's coming to get you. Here's the other thing. If something happens to you, it's most likely because someone, or, you know, like a car or something did not see you. You know, the visibility is really bad. Here we are on Beth Avenue. That's why every time I hear and see a car, I stop. I am not gonna walk while there's traffic going by or behind me, because that can lead to you getting killed. Hey, look at this guy in the bike, guys. Look at this guy. This is Beth Avenue. You know what we'll do? We'll walk down to 18th Avenue. And we'll get over to 86th Street. You see, Beth Avenue is pretty deep snow. There goes a snow pile right here outside the bus stop. That's a snow pile from the last storm. It'll be interesting to see if the 24-hour laundromat is open. I'm sure it is. If it's 24 hours, they were already in there 24 hours ago, right? So, again, all these Bay Streets are not plowed. It looks like Bath Avenue doesn't have a lot of traffic on it. Looks like everyone is using Cropsey Avenue. We were just on Cropsey. It looks like that's where everybody is. The laundromat is closed, guys. Wow. Holy. The 24-hour laundromat is closed. And let me tell you, they weren't closed in the last snowstorm. Look at that. I can't remember the last time I seen that thing closed. Maybe I think they closed like on Christmas or whatever, but that's wild. Key Food. This is one of my supermarkets. I go to like 3 different supermarkets. Wow, look at this street. This is Bay 17. It doesn't even look like it was plowed last night. Oh, looks like you got a shoveling crew out. I would say they're out a little early though. You can make a lot of money shoveling. I used to do that when I was a teenager, man. I used to make a lot of money. Look at that, the corner store. This corner deli is always open. This is closed too. It looks like everybody really heeded the warnings and stayed home. What's up, guys? You sound like they just woke up. Oh, look at this. Key Food is closed too. This is wild, guys. I mean, I know I might sound like I'm like overhyping it, but this is huge because like these are places that they're open on like holidays, you know, and they were open during the last snowstorm. I remember because I went and grabbed a loaf of bread. And Key Food opens. That's one of my Key Foods I go to, and I always go at 7 a.m. and it's past 7 a.m. right now. It's about 7:30 in the morning. So everything is closed down here. And by the way, it is a Monday. It is not a Sunday anymore. It is Monday. So all right, so we're going to get over to 86th Street now. Yeah, if you hear me sniffling, that's because I got snow going up my nose. This is a street walk because you got 15 inches of snow and counting on the ground over here. By the time this is all said and done, we might hit the 20-inch mark. And I was saying this on my live stream last night. The blizzard will continue even after the snow stops falling because then you get that, what's called the ground blizzard. Ground blizzard, you guys have probably seen that. You know, like it stops snowing and the wind keeps whipping all day. I mean, I'm sure you've all seen that in New York over the years. You see, like, it could get sunny outside and there'd be whiteout conditions in the sunlight. It's like living in the Alpine. This is Rutherford right here. Benson Avenue. You got this Benson Avenue over here, and then hold on a minute. There's a big gust of wind coming, guys. Wow. That is a strong gust of wind. Look at that snow coming off the top of that building up there. See the traffic lights are moving. You can see that visibility is a quarter mile right now. So that's blizzard conditions right now. Not quite whiteout conditions though. Remember I was telling you about this snow is caking everything out. Look at those trees. Look at how beautiful it makes the trees, guys. Look at that. Look at these trees. You don't get this kind of like look when, you know, the temperatures are like in the teens. The snow doesn't stick on trees. It just blows around. But this is from all the snow. Look at this. I'm actually going to walk down here probably. Look at that. That's amazing. Benson Avenue looks like a winter wonderland. Look at this. I'll tell you, I'm really putting my camera through the ringer today, huh? My camera's not going to talk to me for a week after this. Look at this tree. It's just all caked with snow. Even the tree trunk. That is wild. By the way, I'm walking right into 30 mile an hour, well, not 30 mile an hour, but 20 mile an hour winds. The wind gusts are probably around 35. And this right here is Bay 16th. Looks like it was plowed last night. I am walking in about 5-6 inches of snow, so this was plowed last night. Look at the trees on this block. This block on this is what, Bay 17. So this block is beautiful. This has probably the oldest trees in all of Bath Beach / Bensonhurst. Some of these trees are 200 years old. They line the whole block. Just beautiful. Look at the landscape. It's just like deserted, right? I mean, it doesn't even look like I'm walking through the city. It looks like I'm walking through just, through the mountains. You hear the crunch. That's what it sounds like when you have the wet packed snow. It's crunchy. Look at this house. Look at that. A little caked up. Oh wow, the snow is really deep over here. It must have been like a drift or something. Look at this guy. This guy's shoveling. Morning. You done with the snow yet or what? I saw him shoveling on the last storm. And I was talking to him on the last storm and I said, I had enough of this. I mean, it's great for I love recording it. And when you're out here, let me get on the sidewalk over here. We just walked through a whiteout. I don't know if you guys noticed that. But, it's nice being out here and stuff. But, it's, after a while, you had enough of this. Here we are on 86th Street. This is where you're going to see the most traffic, like Cropsey Avenue, and you're going to see a lot of people walking because I think people... Oh, so guess what, guys? I'm going to show you guys something. The trains are laid up on the train tracks. That's what they do when we have these big snowstorms. There's so many trains. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of train cars. They don't have enough yard space. And what they do is they lay the trains up on the tracks, even underground. Now, I know this because see, that train is now moving, but it was sitting there. But I know that, sometimes when they lay the trains up above ground, the trains have issues starting or moving because there's no traction. So here is 18th Avenue. That car I just showed you is a little stuck. Now he's moving. This guy right here. Let me see if I can wipe the camera here, guys. I hope that works out for you guys. I'm sorry if I'm not paying attention to that, but you gotta understand, I'm walking around in a blizzard, so safety is my primary concern, not whether I've got drops or snow on the camera. Like right now, there's some drops on the front of the camera. that can easily go into one of my ports and burn the camera out. You know what? I don't care. My life is more important. So I'm paying attention to the surroundings. I'm definitely not like those people you see that go to the Grand Canyon National Park and stand on the edge and take a selfie of themselves and then fall over. You can see this guy right here is walking in somebody else's footsteps. You can see how deep the snow is. It comes up to about half his shin over there. Now, 86th Street is a north to south road. So the snow is not going to be as deep down here. And that's because the snow just keeps blowing sideways. But if you notice, it's the side streets. The side streets, you guys are going to have, you know, you could have a side street that has, like 2 feet of snow, and you have a thoroughfare that only has about 1 foot. So guys, check this out. I'm gonna point the camera up here. Let me move out of the way of this car. When was the last time you saw that? Look at the way the snow is caked on the L like that. Look at that. Is that cool? I just noticed that. I'm walking and I'm like, well, the L is supposed to be green and it's actually white. You know what that tells you, right? Not just that the snow is wet and packed, but it is really windy last night. You only get snow sticking on underneath the L like that when it's really windy out. I gotta watch my back. I'm constantly turning around, checking for traffic. Oh, this is really good. There's no snow falling because this is covering me. So we'll just stay right underneath the train tracks here. Maybe we'll use this as my thumbnail. Hard to pick out a thumbnail in this type of footage, man. There's so many good pictures you could get out of this footage. You got people here waiting for the bus. They're going to be waiting a long time. You got this guy. So he got shoveled out. This is 19th Avenue. Don't expect anything to be open down here. I'll tell you one thing that I think is going to be open, the flower shop. That place is always open. So we already passed, the laundromat was closed, the 24-hour laundromat. Key Food was, you know, I'm sure they'll probably open up at some point today. They will not stay closed all day. They gotta make money. But it was very surprising to see them closed at 7:30. But this place right here, guys, on my left is always open. I got a car behind me about a block away, so I'm just keeping my eye out for it so I can move out of the way. All right, here he comes now. All right, so guys, we have a train that's going to pass right above us. Let's see if any snow falls. You can hear how packed the snow is up there. The sound is so muffled up there. You see some sparks up there? Right there, right above it, there's sparks coming down. And there goes all the snow just came down on us. They're open. They are open. Let me check my camera because we just had a lot of snow come down on us. 1 second here, guys. All right. I'll tell you, ever since we got down here underneath the train tracks, it's really nice because right when I said that, a whole bunch of wind just came through. I should just keep my mouth shut. It's been really nice underneath the train tracks. But at some point, I'm going to have to start heading home. I don't want to get too far. So look, guys, you can see how hard the wind is blowing. You can see these banners and flags on top of Dunkin' Donuts. I'm going to take you guys up on the train station here, not onto the platform, because then I'd have to pay. I want to show you guys what the avenues look like. Food Marketplace is open. Dunkin' Donuts is always open. You could always count on them being open. I think they have bunk beds in there, guys. They have, Dunkin' Donuts has dunk beds. Get it? That's a dad joke, right? But I'm not a dad, so McDonald's is open. Look at that. All right, let's see if we can do this. This is dangerous. Oh my God, they didn't even shovel the stairs. Look at that. It's 20th Avenue. Let's walk through the train station here.
And to stay aware of your surroundings. If you see something suspicious in the station or on the train, tell a police officer or an MTA employee.
Tell you what, guys, today is a great day to shoot train footage. I gotta pick and choose my battles, so you know I'm not gonna be shooting trains today. This is going up 20th Avenue, and I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start walking up. I want to be able to get home, you know. So I could walk all day. You guys don't have to worry about me, but it's more about time, you know. I gotta get home. I gotta get this video ready. We'll do another video of the aftermath, right? We'll do a video tomorrow, or maybe even later. I might come back out. Show the cleanup, you know? You know what that means, right? Still not going to be able to get back out to the Bronx, guys. I was just about to go back out to the Bronx, too. I mean, all the snow had melted. It was nice out. Do you know that it was 50 degrees the day before this blizzard came in? A lot of people don't know that. Saturday's high temperature was 50 degrees. I went out for a walk, you know, just personal walk without the camera. It was 50 degrees on Saturday. And the next day, what happens? We get hit with a blizzard and it's like 30 degrees. Goes to show you that you never know. I gotta watch. There's some traffic coming up behind me. And it's dangerous, you know. Remember, these guys can lose control. I showed you guys a video of that van that ran into the light pole from the blizzard of 2010. So it's not definite that these cars can stay in their lane, you know. I got a big truck coming behind me. I gotta stop. He's moving so slow right now. Now you guys see all up this avenue, like it's just all these homes are all covered in snow. Even the laundromat over here on 20th Avenue is closed. This laundromat actually was my laundromat when I was living on 21st Avenue. It's a nice laundromat. Good people working there. They usually open at 6 in the morning and stay open until midnight. Oh, but they're closed today. All these people are going to work. All these people have bad bosses. That's all I gotta say, man. You gotta be a bad boss to make your employee come to work on a day like this. Everyone that I'm recording that's going to work, if they're one of your employees, you owe them a raise. This is Benson Avenue right here. Let's walk down this the one-way version of Benson Avenue. We'll walk by the 62nd precinct, NYPD. We'll see what's going on over there. That's a couple blocks over and one block up. They just got plowed. This was just plowed probably in the last like 5 minutes. Cleaning off the lens. I'm walking into the snow right now. I'm gonna get out of it though. Oh, that hurt. Did you guys see that? I gotta stop. There's a car coming through. Man, that gust of wind hit me right in the side of my left side of my face. Oof. Smacked with needles. Look at some of these homes, man, all caked up. You know what this storm reminds me of? I'll tell you right now what this storm reminds me of. If anybody's old enough to remember it, and if anybody that lived in the area that I'm about to say, I don't remember exactly what year it is. I want to say it was maybe 84. You'll have to look it up. But everybody knows it as the April Fool's Day storm. I don't even know if it actually fell on April Fool's Day, but I know it was around there, and a lot of people called it that because back then, I mean, over the years, it's obviously lost. It's been lost in translation. Nobody talks about it. But years ago, when it was closer to the event when it happened, the reason people called it the April Fool's Day storm is because when they were forecasting it, they thought it was an April Fool's joke. People literally thought it was an April Fool's joke because it was April. You know, like, it never snows in April. All right, here goes some gusts of winds here. You can see that they plowed the street where the precinct is because this is necessary traffic. I'm gonna have to step to the side here. I'm literally standing on top of a mound of snow. Here comes Elon Musk. What are you doing, guy? Are you telling me that you're gonna stop? Because I gotta go. All right, here we go. I don't know if this guy's looking for a parking spot or what. So anyway, getting back to the story, we wound up getting a really big amount of snowfall, and it was just like this, wet, heavy. Offhand, I don't remember how much snow it was, but it was a lot. I got pictures of me as a kid with my father playing in the snow for that one. But yeah, that was the 80s snowstorm. It was gone in a week though, because right after, here's the NYPD, this is 60-second precinct. You can see people are all shoveling. But with that snowstorm, it melted pretty fast because it was so warm. It was in the 60s afterwards. Here is the 62nd precinct. Looks like a Christmas postcard scene, kind of. With the old font lettering on the front and the red bricks, and you see all the cop cars are double parked over here. All of a sudden, we have gotten into these big snowflakes. It's very wet. It feels like, I'm going to tell you what, it feels like there's a changeover happening right now. It's really wet. I turned at the right time. Look at this wind. This is where I fell in the snow about a month or two ago, right here. So if you guys ever watched that walk that I did, you go back in my channel. It's about a month or 2 months ago. Right here I fell, right here. It's titled 4 a.m. Walk in the Snow. Yeah, that's how crazy I am. I get up and I go out at 4 a.m. walking in a snowstorm, but you guys could watch that. When I got to this block, when you're watching, you'll notice, let me clean my lens up. You'll notice there's like a cut fade on this block, and that's because I fell. I'll tell you what happened. That morning, it was really dark. It was like this kind of snow. It was wet, and what was happening was the water was really collecting on my camera, and I was so preoccupied. I kept looking at the camera, thinking that the camera was going to burn out from the water. So I turned the corner over here, and what happened was I saw a drop of water go down the side of the camera. And you gotta keep in mind, it's dark out. So I kind of like twisted my body. Instead of like moving the camera to my eyeballs and looking, I moved my body and I shifted my center of weight to the right, and I slipped to the left, and I went right down. Boom. 52-year-old man, you don't want to break a hip. Now, I used to be a skateboarder. I was a professional skateboarder when I was young, so I actually took classes from a stunt guy. We used to take class from a stunt guy on how to fall, because we used to, ollie off of like 15, 16 flights of stairs, and you always fall. Like, you never get it on the first or second try, so you have to know how to fall. Basically, you fall like a rag doll. You put your body limp and you just let it go. So when I started to go down, it was weird. It was like a reflex. It was like second nature. I never forgot it. And I just went limp and I just went right down. And I got right back up. Maybe somebody out there has a security footage of me busting my ass, but we'll see. Alright, so we've made it back to Cropsey Avenue. I think what I'm going to do now, guys, I think this is enough footage. I mean, I got to walk back anyway. But what's happening is I'm getting pelted with this. I'm now walking in the winds. I'm getting pelted with really heavy, wet snow. It really feels like the temperature is really starting to come up here, because the snow is much wetter than it was when I started this walk. It's literally like rain. It feels like rain. It does not feel like snow. It's starting to feel like rain. So I need to get the camera dried off and put away. So I hope you guys enjoy this walk. Stay tuned. I'll be walking through the neighborhood for like an aftermath walk to show everybody shoveling out and stuff. So until then, I will catch you guys all on the next one. Stay warm, stay dry, and bye-bye.